Hello and welcome back to the channel. So today I would like to explain or make a video on how do I see or how do I do screwdriver, sidearm, no spin throwing. Okay, now so this could be the part of the knife throwing for dummies series and a how to. Before I do this, I have to say or have to acknowledge or highlight that this is, first of all, this is not in any particular style. This is just my way of putting things together. Second, this is not the only way. And since I'm not very successful, or I'm just a backyard hobbyist, or whatever, I don't claim to be anything great. There might be better ways, but this is my way and this is my understanding. Okay, so if you can use as always, use as little or as much out of it as you guys can. Okay, so with that in mind, first let's have a look at working from the ground up. Okay, now I stand heel to toe with the, so this is right hand, this is left hand, with the left hand forward. Okay, now I believe between stationary and then throwing from there or stepping forward, there's not much difference, or shouldn't be much difference. It's just like Bruce Lee's famous 1-inch punch. If the hip is driven correctly or used correctly, I think it's the same. But for me, stepping forward creates an extra layer of relaxation. So I seems to be having a better effect. Now, I'm not really sure it's because the whole body weight is coming forward or why, but it is just what it is. So I am working on the no step method or way off, but every so often I do play with the step just to compare the two, and I'm just highlighting it. And I don't think either of them worse than others. Okay, so that's one. Two. Now, this might ruffle some feathers. There's two ways the hip can rotate, or two axis point the hip can rotate. You can rotate through the center line, which means if one side goes forward, the other has to go back. There's no other way. The second way is you can rotate just like a door through one side. So one side stationary and the other goes forward, and then this side stationary and then this side goes forward. Okay. Now, I try to do the second one. Okay. And how do I do that? I'm going to step away a little bit. Hopefully you can still hear and can still and see. Okay. Now, so relax the both of the knees. Okay, if your knees are hyperextended, it's not going to work. Relax the knee. Now, what I do, I don't pull the throwing side back. Sorry, I should mention that the hip and the shoulder is kind of connected. Is the hip moving, the shoulder moving with it. Okay. Now, so I don't know if it's front or side is a better one. I don't move this back, and by this, so I don't move the right side back and pushing the left side forward. I push the left side forward, and by this leaving the right side where it is. So here, and then keeping this where it is, this side comes forward. So keeping the left where it is, the right comes forward. Maybe the left moves backwards a little bit, but not. So if I pull this back, this goes forward, pivoting on the center axis here, then when this comes forward, this is gonna come back. And this only can happen with hyperextending the knee or snapping back the knee. Some people say that will be more power in that. I don't believe it. So again, as I said, there is multiple ways to look at this. There is many paths to the top of the mountain. This is my path. So keeping the right side where it is, relaxed knee, pushing the left forward, which creates an illusion of the right being pulled back, which is the right is now back. And then keeping the left where it is, pull or push, whatever you wish to believe, the right forward, hence creating the rotation. Okay, so that's the hip, that's the feet. It could exactly the same happens if you step forward, because then you're stepping away, so your left steps forward, and then there. Now it can only be done with a relaxed knee, otherwise you will injure your knee. So don't do that. Be relaxed on the knee department. Okay. Now, how to hold the screwdriver? Now there are two different, or many different types. One is like this with the clear acrylic type of handles. I think they break easier. I have this composite, some rubber and some plastic under it, and I think there is a different type of plastic under the yellow plastic which is white. Now, which makes the rubber side is quite grippy. Okay, so what I do is thumb on one side, two fingers here, and then the ring finger is just on the side like that. Some, like the little finger, can't even grip it. Okay, I always grip it the same way, which is this height. So it's driven by the pointing finger here. So there's a slight curve, so I get to the natural, some people might call it the trigger part. Okay, now from here there will be a light finger assist. Okay, it's not gonna be a very heavy finger push, but as I throw, it's not just sliding out, but there is a very light finger assist, which helps getting the screwdriver handle out of my hand. Okay, so it's not as much as propel it out, but help to remove, or help to move, help to counteract the grippiness of the handle. Okay, so there is a little bit of this happens. Okay, now the throw itself is basically how you thrown as a kid, how you skipped rocks across a pond surface. Okay, that's all it is. So the elbow is not motionless. It's just a nice, the wrist is relaxed, and it's just a nice, just like how a kid would skip a stone across the pond surface. Okay, so putting all this together, standing, holding it like so, yeah, pushing the left knee forward, hand comes back. Yes, the hand do come back, and then of course I can't talk and throw, so here, that was a bad throw too. There. Okay. Again, here, push, pull. Now, if we do the same throw stepping, we do the same body motion, same motion. Step, so the right side stays where it is relative to the ground. Step. Now, as you see, with the step, that just gives my mind something, and it allows my body, or allows my mind to relax my body more. I don't know, I can't explain it yet, but so I can have a better, more relaxed throw, step and throw. Now I'm still convinced that standing still should be the same, or should able to develop the same thing, but it doesn't seem to be that way in my case. So step or stationary. Okay, so this is with these. Now it becomes even more difficult when you have these demolition screwdrivers. They really, yeah, other than they fall out of my hand, the handles are grippy all the way around. At least these ones have these plastic stripes. Okay, so these are very grippy. So I'm playing same height, grabbing the same height, but the ring finger is not as deep, as almost like a bow shuriken. Sometimes I try with the thumb across. Sometimes I try this way. It's not developed fully yet. Okay, and same motion, either step or no step. And of course, bound to happen. As I said, these demolition screwdrivers are very grippy. There. So now, as I said at the beginning, I am just kind of started experimenting with sidearm. I've been throwing screwdrivers for a long time, so I'm okay with overhand. And to develop good habits, good body mechanics, I went back to 2 meters. That's why this current series is 2 meter, 2.3. So I'm doing like 5-6 sessions at 2 meters. Then I take a 12 inches back or 300 mil back to slowly increase the distance, slowly develop, get the feel for the release point. But anywho, hope somebody can use something out of this. And other than that, catch you on the next episode. Screwdrivers, they're fun to throw. Thank you very much for listening. Bye.